Assalamualaikum, Sheikh. I just would like to comment that I think Dukan will be caused by a meteorite crashing. Dukan?
Dukan, okay.
Yeah.
Are you British?
No, I'm not. As I was saying, in my opinion, I think it will be caused by a meteorite crashing to Earth.
The Dukhan will be caused by a meteorite.
Yes.
Yeah?
Crashing to Earth.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Also, you mentioned about electronic.
Oh wait, you're asking two questions, huh?
No, that was just a comment.
A comment, okay.
Yeah, my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I need to understand, because you mentioned we are going to go back into time, old times, where gold and silver will be used as the current money. How will that come about? Because we're now talking about the electronic money.
Yeah. When the US dollar collapses, the balloon bursts, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find 3 lectures on money, just delivered in Sitapak. The first was, what is money in the Quran and Sunnah? The second was, what is money in the world today? And the third is entitled, Beyond the Petrodollar, an Islamic response to the bogus monetary system. Okay? And in that lecture we said Israel cannot claim to be a Khilafah state unless Israel is using gold and silver as money. When that day comes that Israel brings back gold and silver as money, I hope I'm not alive. May Allah take me away from the world, because the shame and the disgrace will be too great for me, for my heart. My heart will burst. That these people have to bring back dinar and dirham, while our people were eating biryani and going home to sleep. The shame and the disgrace will be too great. So I ask in that lecture that all those who hear my lecture, go and ask your scholars of Islam, wherever you can meet them. Even if you can't meet them in person, you can send an email to them and ask them politely so. We don't see this money in the Quran and Sunnah, no. The money we're now using, is it halal or is it haram? And we don't want a private answer. We want an answer that we can publish, okay? So you put some pressure on them. If they say we don't know, you can ask them, well, how long will you take? We want an answer. You can't remain silent forever. No, okay? In the meantime, if it is possible to have money which is redeemable in gold, like Ahmad Sukarno attempted in Indonesia, that's why they overthrew him, that the Indonesian rupiah would have been redeemable in gold, that you could go, take it to some office and collect your gold, redeemable in gold, then the Indonesian rupiah would have been halal. It's like a check. You can cash the check, okay? It's redeemable in gold. Perhaps if that can be done, then that would be a solution to the problem. However, they cannot allow anyone to succeed. Because if one country were to succeed, it will bring down the whole monetary system. So they will wage war to prevent you. That's why they attacked Libya. They wage war to ensure that you do not establish a monetary system in which your money is redeemable in gold and silver. Okay? We said that an alternative could also be where you establish markets in which you use actual gold and silver for buying and selling. We just had Eidul Adha, Hari Raya Haji. And in Hari Raya Haji or Eidul Adha, you have to buy animals to sacrifice. So I don't know what you use, whether you use ringgit or rupiah or whatever. I use dinar and dirham. Yes, I bought my animal with dinar and dirham. Yeah, and then we had the sacrifice. If we could encourage this, this is a micro response. Before the war takes place, okay, make sure you have at least 100 dirhams at home. It may be 2 dirhams a day for food, 2 dirhams a day, depending on the size of your family. So at least for 50 days you have food. Make sure you have at least 100 dirhams at home. And if you can have some dinars as well, alhamdulillah, that's even better, okay? This is another response that you have. Finally, we said that one of the prophecies of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is that in the end time, the earth will vomit from its liver columns of gold and silver. The likelihood is that this will take place in Indonesia. Yeah, because of the volcanoes of Indonesia they call a ring of fire. And these volcanoes are already producing gold in Java, okay? When that gold comes into the world, that gold can then be used to fight the monetary system. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. Please study this book. We're going to put on my website a comment section where you can write your comments on this book, and we'll put it on our website, inshallah.
All right, thank you so much for all the questions and comments. Thank you very much, Sheikh Imran, for the session tonight. Okay, so for those of you that have not had dinner, please help yourselves. And for those interested in buying Sheikh Imran's books, there are some outside. If not, there are more in our bookstore, inshallah. And for your information, we do accept dinar and dirham for all the transactions at the bookstore, inshallah. So with that, thank you so much for coming here tonight. I end this with Wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.